What's up, RBY Pokemon Challenges fam? This is Teo coming at you with another Paris run. Because last time I beat the game with a Paris, I took down my rival Razador, beat the game a whole 9 levels lower. With a Paris, we used the double badge boosting strat, but there was one kind of spot in the run that I really didn't like. I didn't like that I had to take optional battles in order to about me. I absolutely hate them. Just a second, let me make sure my mic is still actually connected. Yes, it is. Okay. I hate optional battles more than just about anything. And the reason I hate optional battles so much is because I always feel like I'm just over leveling at that point. So I have done a little research to find a possible way that we could get a Paris that would be able to beat the game on minimum battles. Still gonna have to use TMs in this one. I don't think this is possible TM-less, but I do think we have a shot. So I'm gonna have to do some shenanigans though, as I often do in these situations, because we're gonna have to use a Gen 2 tradeback, and this Gen 2 tradeback version of Paris is going to come with a very, very special move that is available via breeding with a certain Pokemon. Let's go ahead and look at this very quickly. So I'm going to capture a window here. Let's just pull this guy up. Yes. So we got some Bulbapedia going on right here, right? And here we've got the Gen 2 learn set of Paris, right? It's pretty much the same as Gen 1, only it gets Giga Drain in Gen 2. But we're not getting that, obviously. Giga Drain's not legit in Gen 1. But if we come down here to breeding, if we breed with a Butterfree, Venonat, or Venomoth, we could get access to Psybeam, a 65 base power psychic move. And that move might be enough to get us through some of the tougher parts of the game. Now, we're gonna have to deal with disobedience in this one, but Psybeam will be super effective against Koga, will be super effective against Erica. It should be decent against Brock, is my feeling, and it has a chance to confuse. I mean, we could also go counter strats, but I think Psybeam is the way to start, because Psybeam also answers the question of all the poison types that we're going to have to get through in Mount Moon before we can beat Misty and get obedience back. So this just seems to me like probably the best move. So let's just test this out. Let's just try this, and if it fails, well then we'll just chalk this up as another Gen 2 tradeback that has failed. Perfectly fine. I just think it's worth a shot. Now here, before I don't really need to keep that that previous save of Shiitake. So here we're going to go ahead and name myself, I am I. But our rival is going to be Shiitake, because we got to take Shiitake down now that we've, gone through that. And here I'm just going to start the game pretty much as normal. Professor Oak's going to come out. He's going to catch a Paris, but this is going to be a Gen 2 Paris. Whoa. And we're going to go ahead and pick up this Paris here, and I have just frozen in place that it will get these things, but this one has to be psychedelic. We don't have enough space to put the so we're just gonna do psychedelic. Psychedelic. Or we could do psychedelic. That's pretty funny too. Or psychedelic. Psychedelic. I'm going psychedelic. Or wait, maybe I can just do You guys will forgive things not being spelled properly, right? But the psychedelic makes sense because we're about to use a psychic move with this one. Oh my god. Oh, this is stupid. So here we are. We have Scratch and Psybeam. And you'll notice that my trainer ID number is 00000 because we are making it so that this will be a completely disobedient Paris. Completely disobedient, but that's okay. We're giving ourselves a chance. So here, I just need to make sure that I don't freeze the PP for that move now. Yes, and I'll unfreeze that as well. So basically what I have done, folks, just to be completely on the up and up with you folks, is I have used the GameHook software in order to replace my move number 2 with Psybeam. I think it has 25 PP, but just to be safe, just to have PP at the beginning, I've given myself 16 PP. Before I had these two checked with snowflakes so that it would be immutable, it would always be there. But now I can turn that off. Now that we've got that, we don't want to lock our PP at 16, otherwise we'd have infinite PP. That would be stupid. So yeah. So here we go. We are about to start this run properly with a psychedelic mushroom Paris. Okay, let's fight Rival 1. Now, one other effect here is that we are going to gain XP faster than usual. We can see that Psybeam doesn't do a lot of damage, though. No, we still lost to Rival 1. Oh, that's bad. But there's always a chance. There's just a chance of doing damage here and getting the paralysis, or not the paralysis, the confusion. I think it's a 10% chance to confuse. In fact, maybe I should just reset here and just fight Rival 1 again until I win. Because I think I need the XP. We got a nice crit there. Ah, I need just tackles twice. You jerk. You absolute jerk. Come on. Confuse him. Confuse him with your psychedelic mushrooms. Oh god. Instantly demonetized. Oh, there we go. We confused him. Oh, and he was confused no more, you jerk. Oh man. We can see that the two moves, Tackle and Psybeam, basically do the same damage here. We just need one more Tail Whip from this one in order to get through this. My god, just Tail Whip, come on. Come on, Rival 1. Okay, he's confused, yes. Hit yourself, yes. And there we go, we finally get through that fight, we grow to level 6. Oh my god, this is stupid. Like typically, well wait a second, I always say that I have to lose the Rival 1 fight when I have a trade back Pokemon rip. In fact, at this point, I've messed up enough that I think I need to just go back and, let's just restart this from the beginning. I'm messing up too much. So there we will reset everything, reset our, whatchamacallit, just a second here. There's something on my screen that I don't like. I don't like you. Yeah, get off my screen. There we go. Sorry about that. I'm very sensitive about where things are on my screen. Realized after the fact, I was so excited about just playing through with Shiitake Mushroom that I didn't realize that, like, the whole time, like, my, you know, game capture was missized and everything. My god. The problems of being a semi-blind content creator. So before people ask, like I keep making references to being blind recently. It's not a joke. I am legally blind. I mean, legally blind is what it is, but I cannot wear glasses or contacts to correct my condition. I have a condition called keratoconus. Cone-shaped corneas, and a lot of people have very mild cases where they can wear glasses or contacts and it fixes it. Not me. I have a very, very advanced case of this condition, which means that everything's just kind of a blur to me. So funny enough, like I can focus in on the motion of things, and I've just remembered this game so incredibly well that I know all the routing. Even though it's a blur to me, I just know. But there's a lot of cases where I misclick or I misroute, and it's because I literally just can't see what's going on well enough. So there was a guy recently who did like a Pokemon Red and Blue, but can you beat it, deaf and blind? It's like, well, I've been doing the blind half of that for this entire time that this channel's been here. Oh, rip. So yeah, let's remake this one psychedelic. Like basically I have to squint really hard at the screen in order to see the characters. And it's the reason why you will probably never see me do a live stream with my face on camera. Because if I did my face on camera, you guys would just spam the comments like, dude, get some glasses. Dude, why are you squinting like that? I can't help it, okay? Like, I appreciate the concern. I just couldn't take it. For my mental health, I don't need like 50 people every video asking me why I don't wear glasses. And then having to explain again and again and again, I actually can't wear glasses. They do nothing for me. People will be like, but glasses solve everything. So here we go. We are fighting Rival 1. We need to lose this fight. Kill me. Stop trying to kill me and kill me. There we go. The reason we have to lose that fight is because we are using a Gen 2 tradeback move, and you could not have a Gen 2 tradeback move on Rival 1. So yeah, that was actually intentional this time. I messed up at the beginning. It's intentional now. Don't worry. But yeah, you guys tell me, like, what is your feeling on face cams in videos? Like, for me, I've always felt like on top of not wanting to be Squinty Magoo here in front of, 1,000, 2,000 people, also, the focus isn't really me, I don't think. I don't think you guys want to see my ugly mug. I'm getting all beardy over here and everything. Like, you guys want to see this Paris. Look at that fancy sprite. Just, it's kind of going up and down. One of his mushrooms is kind of jiggling, That's the real action. That's what you're really here to see. People do cat cams and things like that. If I had a cat, I don't think I'd put it on camera. Gotta keep some things in-house, So here we go. Let's fight this bug catcher, where Psybeam is doing decent-ish damage, but we get beaten the first attempt. We probably need the confusion here in order to have a chance. Oh, yes. Yes, get confused. Yes. Oh, and he still hits me. You jerk. We need the string shots and probably the confusion. Okay, we've got string shot and confusion. Yes, yes. There we go. So we grow to level 6. This is probably going to be very similar to Venomoth, Butterfree, those types of Pokemon, where they can beat Brock at level 6 with confusion, but they need to confuse the Geodude in order to do so. Now, the issue we have is that we're very slow, so we're probably getting hit first by the Geodude. So the range is just going to be much, much worse here. But let's just find out. Maybe we can beat Brocky Boy now on Minimum Battles. So here we go. Brock. He tackles. He does like half damage to us. So we definitely need the confusion turn 1, I think. It's like a 10% chance to confuse him. Okay, yes. And now we need him to cooperate by hitting himself in confusion, which is a 50% chance. So we're talking like a 5% chance just to get him to be confused turn 1 and then hit himself turn 2. Is literally like a 5% chance, a 1 in 20 shot. Okay, he's confused. Yes, hit yourself. Yes, hit yourself. Oh, and he snapped out of confusion. No, we couldn't do enough damage. But that was kind of what we were looking for. If we just get a little bit better luck with him hitting himself and staying confused for a longer time, Maybe get a tackle miss or something, you know. Just a lot of luck has to go into this. Oh, we got the critical hit and he got confused and he immediately snapped out of confusion. Rip. Okay, attack missed, but he's not confused. We're just going to keep resetting here. This is going to be a very tough spot, no matter what. We just don't have the special here. Like, obviously, if we had Spore, we would be able to get through this, but then we'd need 2 parents that know Spore, which does not happen. Since it's pretty much a... You know, you couldn't have a Butterfree that knows Spore, I do not believe. Don't believe there's any way to get that. Same for the Venomoth, Venonat. Don't believe they have Spore as an egg move. But that is something to look at in Gen 2, is like crazy well-bred Gen 2 Pokemon, you know? The perfect specimen, you know? Okay, we got the first turn miss from Geodude, but man, the ideal run would be a turn 1 miss from Geodude and it gets confused, and then we are able to just whittle it down. And like I said, this isn't like a guaranteed, you know, oh, we win, you know, that's not the point. The point is just, is this possible now? Because we're actually doing damage to Geodude. Clearly, a couple more levels would be the way to go here. Because we just need to do more damage. And at level 8, I think we'd get a damage rounding threshold and probably be doing enough to 4-hit here. Yes. Yes, hit yourself. Okay, we've gotten through to Onix for the first time. He immediately goes for Bide. And if we could have confused the Onix and had it hit itself in confusion, that would break Bide. But we just did not get that level of luck. But we can see that confusion makes it possible to get through here, and we must have had a Gen 1 miss in that one where I got him confused and he hit himself twice, because that's the only way we don't get through there, I think. Oh god. The Gen 1 miss. Okay, he's confused. No, hit yourself. Yes! Okay, we've leveled up again. Oh, and Tackle just destroys us. We need Screech and Bide there, and then we need some good confusion luck on this Onix. We are all the way up to 26 resets at this point. But I believe this will eventually be possible. Stupid, but possible. And the whole point here is just to see if this is possible. Just to see, can we beat Brocky Boy eventually with 500 resets? And I am convinced. We just need the crazy good RNG rolls. Come on, crazy good RNG rolls. Because really, then I'm interested how it progresses after this. Because this was the wall in the last run. This was the only spot where we were like, we have to add tons of levels to get through. Everywhere else, I was able to find a way to get through at my current level. And there will be more double badge boosting shenanigans in this one for sure, but yes, hit yourself. Yes. Bind missed. Oh, and then we get the tackle. Come on. We just want him to go Bide and then get confused. Yes. Yes. Okay, we get through again and we get immediately tackled down. Okay. So this, I mean, clearly at level 13, we're getting through this now. Oh, and he snaps out of confusion. Come on. That was almost what I wanted. He missed turn 1, and then we confused him immediately, and then he just refused to hit himself in confusion. Like, You know, but there is theoretically a run where we get through the Geodude on full health. From it missing turn 1, we get to Confusion turn 1, and then he only hits himself in Confusion and we just knock him out. It is technically possible. Not likely, but possible. And wait a second, do I still have my PP locked? Oh, I do, rip. Sorry, fixed now. Because I was like, wait a second, why do I keep having 16 PP? Don't think that's legitimate, but yeah. Don't worry, we could heal and have 20 PP, so this is fine. 16 PP is fine. I think 16 when we get to the run is enough to get through. Okay, tackle missed. Oh, and he hit himself in Confusion. Cool. Screech, Bide. Oh, if we had just one more turn, we would have gotten through the Onix there. Okay. So we just need like 2 Screeches and a Bide. A 3-turn Bide there, and we get through the Onix. Or we could confuse it and get it to hit itself in Confusion and we win. That's simple. This is simple, guys. Simple. I can see already, like, who cares that we've got 43 resets? This was all the way down in the 70s last time, so clearly, this is going to be possible eventually. And we're not going to be able to learn Body Slam in this one, but that's fine too, I think. No Body Slam, we'll get through. Because our strategy late game is really going to be about Mega Drain, Dig. Dig's going to be huge in this one. Swords Dance is going to be huge in this one. Those are the strats that I'm going for. The Leech Life. Oh, look at all the misses we got here. But man, we just could not parlay that into a win. It's one of those things that's actually worth noting. Like, after we gain 2 levels from beating this Geodude, the Onix actually has low enough special that we do much better damage against the Onix than we're doing here against the Geodude in a lot of senses. Plus, Onix doesn't have to attack us every turn, so, like, it doesn't have to damage us every turn, I guess I should say. So, yeah. And if we can get better critical hit luck, we've only got like a 5% crit rate here, but it's better than Geodude's crit rate. Okay, come on. Come on, buddy. Just a second here. Just want to check my meters real quick. Advanced audio properties. Let's just make sure. I kind of bumped my mic cable. Okay. But audio is coming through. Okay. Cool. Sorry. Just making sure my audio is working. Oops. Need to press the button. Press the button. Okay, another reset. I mean, I expect like at least 100 resets on this fight to get it to go. Anything less than 100, I'm actually pretty impressed. There, he immediately snaps out of Confusion. He gets confused again. Yes, okay. But then we get the Bind. Okay, so we lost to Bind. But that was kind of exciting. I thought you know, we got some misses. We got Confusion on the Geodude twice. That was kind of stupid, but then Onix just refused to play ball. Okay, he's confused. Yes. Hit yourself. Yes. Hit yourself. Yes. Oh, but we get the immediate Bind. Bind can miss, obviously. So can Tackle. Tackle has a 5% chance to miss. Screech does no damage, and Bide obviously doesn't damage us for multiple turns, and we could get a couple shots at trying to confuse him before he actually hits us. So, like, the ideal is probably to get 2 Screeches and a Bide, and hopefully get a 3-turn Bide. or just to confuse him. And, you know, yeah, I can see the path through. That's all I'm really saying, guys. I can see the path through. And whenever I can see the path through, and when I'm trying specifically for minimum battles, then I think I just keep grinding it. And I mean, we are going to have to go to Erica faster in this one. But I don't know. Maybe she might just be impossible because of acid. Acid will do a lot of damage to our Shroomy boy here. He's a little weak to other psychedelics. Oh God. Instant demonetized. The algorithm will never share this video to anybody. It's just like, you have violated the YouTube terms of service. What terms of service? I never read that. The deeply buried term of service that says, thou shalt not confuse Pokemon with psychedelic mushrooms. Oh God. I'm from Colorado. They legalized those. Oh God. I do not live in Colorado, and here in Japan, no. Do not even touch that stuff. But you know, I know some guys. I'll put it that way. I know a guy who knows a guy who knows a guy. Okay, we are missing with everything, literally everything. Okay. No, he didn't hit himself again. We just need luck to get this Geodude to really want to hit itself. We just need to be like an older brother, you know, a senior picking on a freshman, you know, like something like that. We just need to make this Geodude hit himself enough times to get through this fight. You know, for the record, when I was in high school, I would have been the freshman, not the senior. You know, I was the nerdy kid. Come on. Oops. Oh, rip. I used Scratch. I scratched him. No, we needed to put Psybeam in the first slot, clearly. Okay. Yes. Yes. Hit yourself. Tackle missed. Screech. Screech. Ah, tackle. Come on. Just give me a Bide. You jerk. Give me a Bide. We would have gotten through there if we had just gotten a Bide. Ah, Brock, my arch nemesis. This is why I consider Brock to be the truly hardest gym leader in the game. Because some Pokemon cannot beat him, and even when they have a move that is reasonably effective, he can just be a wall. And like you could say the Elite Four, what about Lance? What about the champion? Well, you could technically get double team in those spots. And I mean, unless you're doing a Ditto run or a Magikarp run, you can get double team. And when you get double team, like that kind of just makes the whole thing a moot point, because, you know, at that point, you're just saying like, okay, just reset until you get the win. There we got a Gen 1 miss. Rip. You know, so this is like when I did the original Minimum Battles series on the channel, and a lot of people wanted me to continue the Lieutenant Surge, the Erica and whatnot. The problem is when you get to Celadon City, you can basically beat everything because you can instantly get double team, and you can parlay your way into getting substitute, and double team plus substitute means any run is possible at that point. Any Pokemon can get through eventually. I showed it with here on the channel with Rhydon, with Arcanine, with Magneton, Pokemon that did not have great situations, but the double team substitute strat is more than enough to get them through the game. And technically you could just go double team substitute, Mimic, and then once you get through Agatha, you just need one attack to take down Agatha, and then once you get through Agatha, you just add on Toxic, and you beat everything, right? So I understand for a lot of people that's not terribly interesting, and it would be a lot of rinse and repeat of that strategy, you know, where I think it's much more interesting to show unique situations and unique strategies. That's my personal opinion. So, you know, a psychedelic Paris using Psybeam is hilarious to me. So I think this is a fun way to go. But, you know, Double Team is a last resort, as is Substitute, as is Toxic, as is Mimic, as is Bide in the cases where Bide is actually useful. Just because I don't want to sit here and repeat the same thing over and over and over again, even though there will be similarities, right? Because I guarantee if you gave a Venomoth Psybeam here, Venomoth will completely destroy Brock because it has a much better special stat and much better speed, so it would be outspeeding here against the Geodude, all that stuff. But this is kind of much more hilarious to me that we've seen Paris almost get through a couple times in these 100 resets that we've had so far. And yet, it just can't quite get over the hump. Oh man. So I think in an optimizing run, in a truly optimizing run, what we have to do is fight the one bug catcher. We have to have the Psybeam Paris fight the one bug catcher in Viridian Forest just to get our level up higher. And then I bet we get through this fight consistently. And then I think the next section's probably a little inconsistent, but at least all the poison types, we have a super effective move against them. So we should get through those fights easier, and they don't have the, you know, level advantage on us like Brock does. Misty will be hard though, but I think we can just bypass Misty initially. Just fight Rival 4, or sorry, fight Rival 2, go get Dig, and then have a shot against Misty after that. We don't have to fight Misty immediately. Okay, he's confused. Ah, come on. But yeah, this is just a grinding spot, a pure grinding spot. You know, like I could understand anybody saying if you have to reset over 100 times to beat Brock, you should just reset. But anyway, so going back to my previous point about any Pokemon that beats Brock and Misty basically gets to sell it on and then can get access to Double Team and Substitute. So I am planning a revamped Gym Leader Battle series. I'm doing that in the background right now. I'm updating the overlays. I'm making some slightly different rules for that because I really want that one to focus more in on what is reasonable for people. Like, we're not going to be taking 100 resets on Brock. I'll say that right now. In fact, in that one, I'm planning to make it so that a reset is 1 full point on my tier list. So 100 resets means that we get a 0 and the Pokemon fails. Just whenever the Pokemon gets to a 0 on the tier list, it is eliminated, it is out. That is my plan. Okay, we've made it back to Onyx. Let's focus. We get a tackle. Rip. But yeah, so my plan is basically same rules for TMs, including broken TMs, but we're going to really punish Pokemon for resets in that because it's going to be much more about consistency and getting them through, you know, like that will, by limiting resets, it even makes Double Team so much worse, right? Because Double Team works when you have infinite resets, when you don't have to worry about how many times you have to hit the reset button to get through an opponent. But when you have limited resets, suddenly Double Team's not that great, guys, because it's just not going to be good enough. So basically the entire run is going to be limited to 100 resets. And then what we're going to do is we're also going to give penalties for TMs, for broken TMs. We're also going to give penalties for Gen 2 trade-back moves, but they are going to be legal. We are going to allow Gen 2 trade-back moves. That's going to let a lot more Pokemon get through Brock, but I have to be very careful about how I do that. So my general rule is that egg moves are only allowed on unevolved Pokemon or Pokemon that evolve via stone. So they have to be legally obtainable at level 5. That is the key. you have to be able to get them with the egg move at level 5 and have that Pokemon. It can't be like an unevolved form gets the move. That's gonna kind of, you know, crush Pokemon like Clefairy and Jigglypuff and Jinx and Magmar and Electabuzz, because, you know, they evolve from, in Gen 2, they evolve from baby Pokemon. So yeah, they're just not going to get egg moves. They're not going to be allowed for them. But I am planning to allow move tutor moves from Gen 2, but with a pretty hefty penalty for doing so. Like, yeah, you can learn Flamethrower, or you can learn Ice Beam, or you can learn Thunderbolt, but you should only be learning them if they're 100% necessary to get through. So I'm thinking like a penalty of 5 points for move tutor moves. And then I'm also going to allow only TMs from Gen 2 that are available in the Goldenrod department store. So we're talking the Fire Punch, Ice Punch, Thunder Punch, and Headbutt. Rock Smash obviously doesn't exist in Gen 1, so you can't get that. But the idea is that we don't want a situation where you would have to play through Gen 2 and save a TM specifically for a Pokemon to trade back. That doesn't make any sense. I'm thinking more like for a person who has played Gen 2, you know, beaten the game, but now they want to do a little experimentation. They want to hatch some Pokemon, and they want to see, you know, one of my hatched Pokemon, how would it have done in Gen 1? Let's just trade it back and find out. That is the basis for this rule set. So here we just need to get more luck. Come on. But that's my idea. And then what we're going to do is we're going to run these Pokemon with the rule set that if they ever reach a score of 0, they are eliminated. So this Paris would already be at a score of 0. It would already be eliminated in spite of having a move that technically makes Brock possible, because it's just not reasonable. Now, the second thing that I'm going to do, because I am limiting resets though, I always take something away, but I always give them a little something back, right, to make this possible, which is when I do the Minimum Battlse series, the new one, I'm planning to do it on max DVs. The reason for that is because I do my full game solo runs on 0 DVs, and it's kind of a juxtaposition, right? The 0 DVs content is mostly about putting the Pokemon in the worst possible situation, but finding exactly what it would take to get through the game. The max DVs situation is saying, okay, we are taking away the ability to do a ton of resets. We're punishing them for getting other moves, but if they can do it on max DVs, if it's possible within a reasonable-ish number of resets, then we can put those Pokemon up on a pedestal and say, like, these are amazing Pokemon. So obviously a max DV's Mewtwo is going to crush, right? It's still going to be way up there at the top of the tier list, but we're definitely going to have some Pokemon that, you know, fall down, or some Pokemon that go way up because of this rule set. There are some Pokemon that I will have beaten the game on 0 DVs with, but they are not consistent enough on max DVs to get through. And, you know, maybe they need a bunch of TMs and whatnot, but, you know, just normal TM rules allows them to, you know, avoid a ton of resets because they're on max DVs, and they end up like much higher on the tier list. And those are some of the situations that I'm really interested to see. Like, where is it that a max DVs version of a Pokemon really deviates from the 0 DVs version? Because we've seen it, actually, on the channel. We've seen situations like Snorlax. 0 DVs Snorlax beats or does not beat Brock with its just level up moveset. Max DVs Snorlax beats Brock on Minimum Battlse. And it all comes down to how much damage Headbutt does. So here we've already eclipsed 150 resets with this psychedelic Paris of ours. One of the reasons the score is really big in the bottom right hand corner is to make it easier for me to read. RIP. Oh god. So we have already wasted 30 minutes here just trying to beat Brock. We could probably be at a high enough level already to beat Brock. And we have already taken way more resets than we had last time. Just trying to get through this section on Minimum Battles. Come on. This is gonna go eventually. Will we need 200 resets? 300 resets? 400 resets? Who knows? Oh, rip. Did not mean to run into that guy. Okay, we reset before we started the battle. Thank God. Turns out that was the time that we were actually going to beat Brock. Yes. Oh, and he doesn't hit himself a second time. Okay. But yeah, anyway, so long exposition about the upcoming Brock Minimum Battles redo, but long and short of it is, and what I'd like to hear your comments on is, what do you think about this basic rule set? So just to break it down, 100 resets max for a Pokemon. Resets are 1 point on the tier list. Other TM rules apply. If a Pokemon ends with a score of 0, it's eliminated from the challenge. Gen 2 trade-back moves, both egg moves for unevolved Pokemon or Pokemon that evolve with stones, are okay. And trade-back TMs that are available at the Goldenrod Mart are okay. And, of course, move tutor moves are okay. Also event moves. Sorry, event moves also have to be in there. But so we give that kind of rule set. Of course, any trade-back Pokemon has to be disobedient. We have to add the disobedience on, but some Pokemon might still crush it in that case. Tangela being a great example of that. And then what we do is we run them on max DVs to find out how they perform relative to their 0 DVs counterpart, how far in the game they can get on those types of settings. I think it will be incredibly interesting. I hope you guys will like it too, but oh, we get Bind. We got back to Onyx and just got destroyed. Okay, just a second here, guys. Just need a moment. See, does that come through on the microphone? I don't think it's too obtrusive, that sound. Sorry, just starting a fan because I'm a little hot. I'm getting to be a hot boy. Spring has finally come, but we're getting close to summer. And it is heating up in here. So, yeah. All right, let's go back to our Brocky boy grind. Okay. Oh, come on. Geodude, cooperate. Hit yourself. More times of hitting yourself. Okay. Yes. Yes. Oh, yes. Okay, we take him down. We get Bide. Ah, come on. Hit yourself. No. He unleashes energy. We're dead. We just needed a confusion and we did not get it with 3 attempts. Sucks, but, you know, what can you do? We're getting plenty of confusion on these Pokemon. We're just not getting the luck for them to hit themselves. Like there, we had Geodude confused for 1 turn. It did hit itself once, but we need 2 times of Geodude hitting itself in confusion. We got 2 critical hits there from Geodude too. Rip. Oh, terrible. Okay. Be confused. No, no, you jerk. Damn you, Geodude. We're like the one Pokemon that's too slow to outspeed Geodude. Oh, we got through with 14 HP remaining. Oh, we have a shot here. Oh my god, he screeched us 3 times and then he tackled and we died. One more turn and we would have beaten that Onix. If he just goes Bide, we win. Oh my god, you jerk. Brock, you absolute savage. God. Oh man. Oh, I hate you, Brock, so much. This is why he deserves his own series, because he is absolutely legendary. Oh, it's confused. Yes, yes. Yes, he used Bide. There we go. We finally get through with, what is that? 171 resets to beat Brock. Oh, God. But we have a badge, guys. 171 resets to get a badge. Oh, man. Why do I do this? This is painful. We're going to get over level 10 here on this bug catcher, I think. So here, yeah, Psybeam is the stronger play. So we'll go Psybeam. Here, Psybeam. Oh, the Poison Sting destroyed us from that bug catcher's Weedle there. Okay. We're going to be outsped, but... we confused the Weedle and it still hit us. Rip. Ripperino. Okay, he's confused. Oh, he uses String Shot. Perfect. Okay, we get through, but now we've leveled up to level 11. So now we have Disobedience. So this is the point where this run's going to slow down quite a bit until we get Obedience, because we are going to be disobedient, hitting ourselves in confusion, all that nonsense. Let's see how this goes. Psychedelics won't obey orders. No. They won't do what we want them to do. Okay, scratch, Psybeam. Okay, Psybeam. Oh, but we get the Poison Sting. Rip. This one's clearly going to go, though. We just need better luck here on the Rattata, and then to not get Poison Sting. Okay, we take that one down. Get Leer here. We need Leer from the Ekans for sure. Like, obviously, it's not great if we get Wrap, because we're outsped. Okay, we take that one down, but... Oh, there we go. Yes, we get through the youngster. Oh, that absolute legendary trainer there. Okay, so minimum battles always means that we have to get less XP. We would rather fight this bug catcher right here, but we're not going to be able to. We have to fight this girl with her Rattata Nidoran. Okay, Psybeam does decent damage. Okay, unfortunately this Nidoran does not know any poison moves. We leveled up. We got Stun Spore now. Stun Spore could be useful, but it kind of sucks if we randomly use it in battle when we don't need it. There will be situations where one more Psybeam would take out our opponent, and instead it's going to use Stun Spore, I'm sure. Okay, we get a nice scratch there at least. Come on, Psybeam. Psybeam, okay. Now we should just win this one, because Metapod won't do anything to us. The God Pod has nothing against us. So there we go. We have gotten through that section. We can now move on into Mount Moon. You know, we're only nearly 200 resets into this one, but, you know, whatever works. The game is the game, guys. I don't make these rules. Now, we're probably going to end up with a lower score than the last run, is my guess. But this is just to see if minimum battles is possible. nice Psybeam there, turn 1. Okay, he disables Stun Spore, which is kind of good, because it means that we'll only be able to use Psybeam and Scratch. Well, nice Psybeam there. Come on, no, Psychedelic, you had 2 shots to take down that coughing. Oh, Psybeam got disabled. No. Okay, we're no longer disabled. Stun Spore. Come on, come on. Come on, you want to attack. I know you want to attack, buddy. You can do it. I believe in you. No. He does not. So here, this is going to be just a tough fight, I think. No matter what we do. We get pounded down there. They're taking us to Pound Town. Okay, Psybeam. Okay, Scratch was disabled, at least temporarily. Got some screeches going on here. Okay, we take that one down. Smog just destroys us. We need tackle. We need tackle from that coughing, clearly. Okay, hits itself in confusion. That's nice. Okay. Oh, we're not getting through there. Okay, nice Psybeam, nice Psybeam. Cool. Psybeam. Stun Spore. Okay, Psybeam, Psybeam. Let's go for a Scratch. Come on. Okay, use Psybeam instead. That's basically fine, but Tackle takes us down because we got so many screeches. No, 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 no. Oh, and Psybeam gets disabled. Rip. This is just going to be completely random, but we do know that the final coughing is going to attack us. It can miss with whatchamacall. With Smog. Smog can miss. It's not perfectly accurate. That's kind of the ideal, I think, is that we get Smog to miss. Just get tackled down there. Like, one level will not get us to the point of a damage rounding threshold, so I think we just have to keep grinding here with our current setup here. Okay, we take that one down. Smog hits. Okay. So this might be worse than Brock, in spite of the fact that we have a super effective move. Disable on Psybeam also is bad, obviously. Okay. Okay, Smog missed, yes. Oh, but Smog hits. I mean, it's only 70% accurate. There is a decent chance of getting 2 misses in a row. But we just need this one to do the job. Oh, we get wrecked there by the crit. Wrecks me on the crit. Okay. Okay, nice. Psybeam gets disabled. No, you jerk. Get wrecked because Psybeam got disabled. Like, we always have to keep in mind that there is a possibility. It's just random whether we disobey or not. So there's always the possibility that we get a perfectly, like, obedient run, you know, or very close to perfectly obedient, and then we win. But we need to get that luck. Nice crit there. Okay. Psybeam. Oh, we went to sleep. Are you kidding me? Oh, man. Like, clearly, if we were fully obedient, this would still be a kind of tough fight, but we would get through within just a couple attempts, I think. Oh, and he's just disabling Psybeam every time. But we would be able to get through eventually here, but with the disobedience, it's just much harder. Okay, we're through to Voltorb on full health. Come on. Come on, you gotta hit. You gotta hit him. You gotta hit him. No. Through to Voltorb on full health and then just never hit the Voltorb. You jerk. Okay. Here's another one where we're through to Voltorb on full health. Okay. Paralyzed it. It's already paralyzed. You don't need to paralyze him more. And then we get the tackle KO from coughing. Okay. All right, just a second. This is complaining to me about storage space. All right, sorry about that, boyos. Just had to clear some disk space, so it took quite a bit of time off of the timer there. So the timer's not really that accurate. Sorry, I even accidentally closed out and had to reset here. But everything seems to be working fine. So let's just keep this guy going. Okay, we get through Grimer there. Okay, Scratch is meh, fine. Come on, come on. No, couldn't get the hit. Oh, this super nerd is such a troll. Disabling things and, you know, screeching and all this nonsense. Okay, we take that one down, but then we get Smog. Oh, this section's terrible. I thought because we would have a super effective move that we'd at least have a decent chance of getting through these poison types, but our lack of speed seems to be the issue. We're just not fast enough to outspeed anything, and here we go to sleep, rip. Like, I think this is going to come down to, like, hoping for a miss from the, whatchamacall, from the coughing, and we really don't like that, where we get disabled right away. Ah, come on. Like, we don't mind getting disabled if it hits Stun Spore. That would be great. Scratch being disabled is also not terrible because we'll use our stronger move if we attack. Okay, he's confused. Yes. Yes, hit yourself. Yes. Okay, we have decent health and we just get destroyed by Smog. Come on. Like, there, if we can just get not Smog, get tackle in that spot when we were there with decent health, we'd have a shot at least. Not a great shot, but we'd have a shot nonetheless. Like, this super nerd is just really, really tough. Now, after this fight, we should be at level 14, I think, and there, maybe adding the rare candy will make Jesse and James better. But here, we just have to hope for that 30% chance for Smog to miss, basically. Okay, we finally aren't disabled anymore, but we're on low health. But I don't think it matters, because if we're going to get through this, it's entirely going to be because of a miss like that. Ah, we just needed one more miss and a hit. We would have gotten through. A critical hit Psybeam probably one-shots there on the final coughing. So So if we ever get the 5% chance to crit there, that will also, I think, get us through this. Oh, we got a Gen 1 miss with Psybeam there. Oh, that's terrible. Come on. Oh, this game. But yeah, I think that's our best shot when we get to the coughing, is to hope for the 1 miss and the critical hit to knock it out. Ah, man. Like, our score is just going down so much. Like, we got a critical hit there on Voltorb, but we just got knocked out. Pretty sure a critical hit here is not going to be a 1-hit KO, but the coughing has worse special, so it's not quite as much of a tank. We get tackle, which we would have survived. We just couldn't hit anything there against the coughing. Okay, we take that one down at least. Come on. Come on, you psychedelic. Do your stuff. We just get hit there and knocked out. Speed. Speed is the problem. And we're basically at the same level as a wild Paris in this section would be, which is kind of stupid. Okay, we take that one down. We're paralyzed, or we're not paralyzed, we're disabled. Oh, we hit ourselves in confusion because sometimes you just randomly hit yourself in confusion when you're disobedient. Oh, God. Oh, disobedience is so crazy. Like, so I was watching Scott's Thoughts' Kingdra run, and he was talking about how he's going to do Gen 2 tradebacks and things like that once he gets through all 151 Pokemon. And that's legit, but I really hope that when he does, that he at least dives a little into the disobedience aspect of these tradeback runs, because if he just does them like, oh yeah, and I have this Gen 2 move and I'm consistent with it, that would actually irritate me a lot, because we have seen in this series just how bad disobedience is. It's a fairly trivial win here, I think, with obedience. And we've seen that a lot, like a lot of spots where with obedience, like it's a fairly trivial win, but then when you add disobedience in, it just becomes like a nightmare. Just a second, this is like slightly off center and it's driving me nuts. Let's just make you a little bigger. Just a tiny bit bigger. There we go. That I like much better, though it still looks a little off-centered. Huh? Oops, rip. That's the black background. Okay, that's the gameplay. That looks more centered to me. Okay. So here, scratch instead. Psybeam. Best move gets disabled. Not much to do there. Okay. Take that one down. Come on. Okay, we did confuse that first one, and we're actually hitting, and the second I say that, we stop hitting, of course. Okay, tackle, smog missed, we paralyzed, and then he smogs us. Oh, that was like the best shot that we've had so far to get through. Okay. Okay, come on, one more hit. There we go. Tackle, yes. And smog. You jerk, you just need to tackle one more time, and then we just need to be disobedient for one more turn and we get through. Okay, let's get a tackle. Nope, smog. I mean, smog will hit most of the time. It's 70% accurate. Everybody makes it like, oh, 70% accuracy, that like never hits. No, like 70% accurate is still way favored to hit us most of the time. So, you know, I can't actually complain too much about being hit there because it is supposed to happen most of the time. But people are like, but Thunder's 70% accurate and it like never hits. People just remember all the misses, all the times that they wanted it to hit and it missed. I think we like overgeneralized there. Oh, we got the tackle, but we just couldn't do anything. Okay, take that one down. Cool. Come on. Come on. Knock this one out. Come on. I believe in you, Psychedelics. I believe in you. Okay, and smog just destroys us. Yep. Yep, about par for the course there. Okay. Okay, we take that one down again. Like, we can get to coughing fairly frequently. It's not perfect, of course, but... And then coughing's just gonna come down to misses whenever we get there. Oh, and wait a second. My stuff is, like, all messed up here again. Okay, it's not centered, but at least the lines make sense here. Okay, just gonna stick with that. Okay, of course, Psybeam gets disabled. Whenever Psybeam gets disabled, we're basically done. Unless it, like, immediately snaps out of disability. You know, like a guy who's been collecting disability checks for years, but is just suddenly gets up out of his chair in the middle of a stream, you know? It's happened. Oh, God. When I say that I'm blind, like, legally blind, right? Not literally blind. I can see things. So if I suddenly say I see things, people will be like, you liar! You told us you were blind! Not that kind of blind. Just can't drive a car, and I can't really read text very easily. That's the kind of blind that I am. And yet I try to do visual things like make Pokemon videos. RIP. Okay, we are quickly approaching our score from last time, because we ended up at 76 point something last time. And we are down to 77.1 right now. So very soon we will be in territory to say that we have not improved this run. We have actually made this run worse by adding a Gen 2 trade back move. Still think it's interesting. Still think trying to beat the game on minimum battles is the way to go, if we can. But man, oh man. This section, and if this guy's hard, Jesse and James are going to be a nightmare. Ah, we paralyzed him. We just needed him to be paralyzed again so that we could get through. Okay, Psybeam, scratch. Oh, come on, come on. He just refuses to do what we want. Come on, Psychedelics. you can't really control what they do, right? So I guess that is what it is. Just have a bad trip, guys. We're having a bad trip with this one. Oh God. Everybody unsubscribe. Oh man, too many jokes about this one. Too many lame jokes about this. Okay, we confuse it. Okay, he hits himself in confusion. Cool, we take him down. Come on. Follow orders. No. He's tripping out, guys. He doesn't know what to do anymore. Yeah, I think we have finally reached the point where we can actually say that we have not improved the run with this move in any way, shape, or form, that we have in fact made the run worse. Because our score is now like in that range of exactly where we beat the entire game last time. So taking optional battles is probably the way to go. You know, trying to get cute and add Psybeam. If we were a psychic type, obviously this would be the play, but trying to get cute here and add Psybeam just does not really work. Okay. And a big part of it is that Stun Spore is not that good. If we had a sleep move here, I think we would have gotten through a long time ago too. Because at least sleep would give us potentially multiple turns to deal with our disobedience and try to hit our opponent. Whereas here, it's really just, we can't hit. We disobey too much to be able to get through this. It's okay, there are still hundreds of resets to go to reach the point of complete failure here. I mean, I've been on like 400, 500 resets to beat Jesse and James before, so... You know, against Jesse and James, we'll be hoping to get like Lear from Ekans, we'll be hoping to get Growl from Meowth, and then we'll be hoping for misses from the coughing. So clearly a perfectly consistent strategy. Okay, nice crit there. Okay, we have decent health. Tackle? No, he goes for Smog, you jerk. We were on decent health. Tackle would... If we got just a couple tackles, we would have been fine there. Come on. We didn't get the 2-hit range there on the Grimer. And we knock ourselves out in confusion that time. Ah, and he immediately disables Psybeam. You jerk. Okay, we got revenge with a nice crit there. You jerk. You jerk. You just refuse to do anything, Paris. You garbage. I hate you, Paris, so much. Psychedelic mushrooms are not the way to go, kids. That is the answer to this one. They ain't worth it. Funny as you might think they are, they ain't worth it. Oh man, come on. Come on, Paris. I believed in you at the beginning of this. You're making me doubt you. Just cannot get through that coughing every single time. Now, don't get me wrong, at some level we would just be able to one-shot the coughing, and then it would just be a matter of, you know, whatever. And I mean, man, with just a little more speed, we'd at least be in a speed tie here. We survived smog that time. Ooh, we didn't get any screeches, so we actually could survive a smog. So if we can ever get to coughing without screech and decent health, we have a chance. Okay, we take that one down. Here we get all the screeches though, so smog will destroy us no matter what. Okay, we take that one down. Let's try to stun spore this one. He likes to disobey, so he just keeps using Psybeam when I actually try to stun spore there. Okay. I mean, Screech can miss. Screech isn't super accurate, so... Okay, we take that one down. Okay, it knocks itself out. But we got a bunch of screeches and we got the smog. Tackle's still enough to knock us out there because we just have so many defense drops from that one. From that Voltorb. Just cannot hit. Sorry, I reset a little too fast there, but we're probably just not getting through that one. That's a much better range when we get the 2 Psybeams to knock out the Grimer there. Okay, we haven't taken that many... we had 2 attempts there at the coughing and we just couldn't land a hit. But when we get the 2-hit range with Psybeam, it's always good against Grimer. Okay, paralyze here. Okay, we should be able to survive a tackle, but not a smog, obviously, with a screech. And it's all just kind of about how Paris is feeling today. If he decides that he's gonna, you know, do stuff, we win, probably. But it's also very dependent on our opponent. Here we need a miss because we've taken all of the defense drops. Okay, we went for Stun Spore there. That's basically fine if we can just land the hit now. Okay, Stun Spore is disabled. Probably not the end of the world. Okay, we got a crit there, but we get smog. Okay. Just need to land one more hit there. Okay, we take that one down finally. But we get wrecked by the Voltorb. Okay, take that one down with only 1 hit there. Okay, got a nice miss from Screech. Cool. We have decent health here. Okay, any smogs there. If we even used Psybeam one time there, we would have won. That was like the best range I think we've ever gotten against that coughing. Where we didn't have any screeches, so we were able to survive. Now we need the miss, though. Oh, God. Oh, God. Come on, come on, come on. Probably ain't getting through on this one. Got the screech and tackled down. Come on, you Paris. Just cannot get the obedience to get through. Okay, we take that one down on full health. Come on. Come on. Okay, got the crit there. And immediately got smog. Come on. Game. Game, 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 game. Don't get the 2-hit range there. I'm already resetting on that one. Okay, he's confused. Yes. No damage on the first Pokemon, but now we got all the screeches coming in. Okay, but we take that one down and we get immediately smog. Could not hit anything that time. Cannot get through here. Fast approaching 300 resets here, which is just terrible. Psybeam gets disabled. Oh man. Okay, we take that one down, and then we immediately get smogged down. Psybeam gets disabled, which I think already ends the run there. Okay, take that one down, good. Good, good. A couple screeches missed, which is also good, but now we're just so disobedient that we just get all the screeches anyway. Tackle? Nope, smog. He does not have smart AI. He doesn't know that he should use smog there. He's just, you know, being a troll, basically. Everything that he does is just trolling. Okay, there we go. We get through on full health there. Okay, one screech is not the end of the world here. 2 screeches probably means that we die. Yes. Okay. Did not get the 2-hit range there. Okay, at least we confuse Voltorb this time. But it knocks us out anyway, because why wouldn't it? Oh, man. Get a critical hit from Grimer even. We are just having the worst luck in this situation. But I mean, it's to be expected with Disobedience. Like, Disobedience doesn't make you super lucky to get through fights. It kind of makes it more like you're gonna be completely messed up. Okay, full health there. You gotta just understand that no matter what your strategy is, when you've got a disobedient Pokemon, like, strategy goes out the window, and really it becomes all about what is my strongest move, what will get me through the opponent in the fewest number of hits if I hit, knowing that it will do other stuff randomly. There we got a tackle, but we just couldn't land a hit on Coughing. But yeah, I mean, that's basically what it comes down to in these situations, and you just can't even take for granted like super effectiveness unless you've got a same type attack bonus to go with it. So there are a lot of spots like this where you would look at the moveset of the Pokemon and you would say, oh, well, in Gen 2, it's got this egg move, and you could trade that back and you would totally get through Brock or Misty or whoever, right? Whoever's a wall for the Pokemon. But it turns out that in most cases, no, the Disobedience so far offsets any benefit that you get from the extra move that you'd be better off just grinding battles or taking resets or whatever it is that you've got to do. Oops. Sorry about that. Didn't mean to open my menu by mistake. Okay. Okay, we went to sleep, so the only thing that we haven't tried at this point is the rare candy, which I hate because we're so close to level up, but you know. Then we enter the battle at a higher level. Maybe we get to level 15. I don't know. I don't think that does anything for us other than maybe guarantee that this is a 2-hit KO at that point. But we've got the range, you know, to get 2-hit KOs there on the Grimer, so okay, let's hope for tackle. We get tackle, but then we get another tackle. We need at least a miss there from the whatchamacall, the Coughing. Okay, we get through to Coughing. We do not get the 30% chance to miss. You gotta think of it kind of like trying to land a 1-hit KO move twice in a row there when we get to Coughing. Because we're slightly better than 30% because there's also a 5% chance. Oh wait, but we're worse, aren't we? We need him to use Smog 50% of the time, and then it's like we need the 2 misses in a row, which is not very likely. Get wrecked there. The only other reason to level up here, I guess, is because we would be guaranteed to outspeed Grimer rather than being in a speed tie with it. I think. That's assuming that we get a speed increase from the level up, which is not actually guaranteed. Okay, we get through that. And we immediately get the smog. Okay. Okay, we take Grimer down, but we took a lot of damage. Okay, we take that one down. Tackle takes us down. Okay. Yep, we gotta lose that one because Psybeam got disabled. Couldn't even try to use it. Okay, we're no longer disabled at least. We took all the screeches that time, so we couldn't do anything there. Don't even get the 2-hit range there on the Grimer. Oh, this is stupid. Like, I'm only an hour and a half in, but this is just one of these where, oh, this is so terrible. Okay, now we have to hope for a miss and to hit with Psybeam, which we did not get. Okay, got the 2-hit range there on Grimer. Now, after this fight, I think we will be able to use a rare candy before Jesse and James, and the extra level might help. I mean, we're going to get to level 15 here regardless when we manage to get through. In fact, we get there just there. But man, we just need the miss. Okay, here, I'm gonna try the rare candy one time. It doesn't increase our speed. Oh man. It doesn't increase our speed. We're still in a speed tie here. We're gonna do more damage by virtue of being at a slightly higher level, having just slightly better stats, but that's really it. But that's the answer. Our speed stat does not increase from getting the extra level, so there is no benefit there. We're still gonna get to coughing at the same level, level 15. Okay, tackle, yes, but we get a second tackle and we could not survive. We needed a miss there, or we needed the crit or the confusion that then results in it hitting itself in confusion. There we needed the miss and we didn't get it. Okay, take that Grimer down, that's good. Nice paralysis here on Voltorb is good, but we still get all of the screeches, so we go down. Okay, we do take down Grimer at least. We're no longer paralyzed. But then we get Screed or Smog. Come on. Like the ideal against Grimer there is to only get Disable, of course. But we need it to disable a move that we don't actually want to use. So if it disables Stun Spore, that's the best case scenario. When it disables Psybeam, that's the worst case scenario. We were able to survive a tackle there. We just couldn't get the luck to actually hit. Okay. Confused Voltorb, that's good. Only got one Screech this time. Tackle we will survive, but just cannot land a single hit on that coughing. Okay. Okay, Psybeam, he's confused. Okay, we take that one down. We get Smog. We just keep getting like the same luck over and over and over again. You know? Here, let's just run around a little bit just to reset our RNG maybe a little bit. Maybe we're just like in an RNG loop. Not sure. You know, definitely coming as a Final Fantasy player in the past, you could manipulate RNG in a ton of crazy ways. You know, tons of RNG manipulations. Sure that Pokemon has it too. Here, let's just activate an event. Let's grab a Moonstone. Maybe that affects RNG. Not sure. We're just trying to mix up the RNG here. Maybe. Probably does nothing is the answer, but maybe, just maybe. We can mess with RNGesus here. Okay. Only one Screech here. If we get Tackle, we'll survive. But not two tackles. We could only survive one tackle, and then we need the miss so that we can get enough damage there to get through. So, but maybe that is the strat, is to try to Stun Spore here. Just to reduce the number of hits we take from Voltorb, but doesn't work there. Like, paralysis is really bad unless you're going for one-hit KOs, basically. You know, in competitive, it can give you these tiny little advantages, but really, in general, paralysis is just pretty garbage. Especially when you've only got a 75% accurate paralysis move and disobedience to go with it. Your opponent is going to hit you enough times. Oh, and we went to sleep. Come on. Like, paralysis plus confusion is pretty OP, but we just need better luck than that. It's just worth noting that paralysis makes us like worse than a wild Pokemon, because at least a wild Pokemon will just randomize between its moves, whereas disobedience makes us like not even attack a lot of times. Got Smog to miss and still couldn't do anything there against the coughing. Oh, you stupid, stupid RNG. Paris, back to being a Pokemon that I hate. I tried to give you an advantage, Paris. I tried to make you better. And what did you do to repay me? You said, I'm going to disobey you infinitely. You know, and this is another reason why in later gens, even the first badge does affect obedience. I forget which gen it started, like Gen 3 or Gen 4, but they made it so that even like beating Brock affects disobedience, because, you know, beating the first badge affects disobedience, because otherwise it's just so terrible that you have to get through 2 badges to get any sort of improvement for disobedience. Like, I understand they didn't want you to just trade like a level 100 Pokemon to the game, but a level 100 Pokemon doesn't have these problems because it will just knock out everything. You know? They were kind of discouraging trading too much with disobedience. Ah, come on. Can't even knock out Voltorb because of disobedience. Even with the paralysis, just cannot knock it out. Okay, Stun Spore's fine. Come on, stop using Stun Spore while he's already paralyzed. Paris is just trying to kill me here. I mean, we're already over 300 resets here in this section. Jesse and James are just going to be such a nightmare. We got the miss that we wanted and then tackle, and we had a shot there and we just could not land a hit. Otherwise, we would have won finally. I was holding my breath, literally holding my breath, just praying that Paris one time would give us, you know, enough obedience to get through. Nope. Okay, hits itself in confusion, cool. And we nap. Oh God. Paris, you are terrible. We needed the miss there, we did not get it. Okay, take that one down with no damage. That's good. But now we're getting all the screeches. Ah, it's so maddening. So terribly maddening. And yet again, probably on max DVs we do much better here because we'd be doing more damage, we'd be faster. I think we'd be outspeeding against the Grimer, and we'd probably be outspeeding against the final coughing as well. So on max DVs with disobedience, we'd definitely be better here. But yeah, optional battles would be the name of the game in this one. Did not get the miss. Excuse me. We just get destroyed so much here. Psybeam's disabled, so nothing to do here. No longer disabled. Stun Spore gets disabled, that's fine. Like, we're getting the Screech misses and then we just can't land any hits. We got a tackle, but then we couldn't hit with anything. Like, I think if we ever get a run where we finally get through, it's going to be like we hit with Psybeam, we confuse that coughing, and then it hits itself in confusion, and then we get obedience, and we're able to knock it out on the following turn. We get that lucky obedience to knock it out on turn 2. But I mean, that's already asking for quite a bit of luck, given how often we disobey. But that's the whole point of these. Like, they're not impossible, right? Like, we can clearly see that it's not impossible to win here. It's just incredibly improbable. Okay, now we need a miss. We got the turn 1 tackle miss. Oh, sorry, and I didn't get knocked out there, but I just... Turns out that's the one, of course. I'm sure of it. Anytime I reset in that sort of situation, it's like, that would have been the one that I got through, of course. Needed a miss there, did not get it. Get wrecked. Come on. Paris. You're so bad. Cannot get a miss when we need it. Immediately get disabled. Sorry, I'm resetting there because that's just terrible. No luck there. It's so random, like we can get beaten by the first Grimer, or we can not get beaten until we get all the way to the coughing, right? It's just completely random. I mean, that's pretty standard for minimum battles, though. If you get really good luck with AI, you can get through the whole fight, and if you don't get good AI, sometimes you just get knocked out by the first Pokemon. Here, we cannot land a single hit until we're already dead, basically. Okay, and tackle takes us down. Okay. We had Stun Spore on the coughing, and it still just moves and hits us. Of course. Of course. We had survived to that point, only to get destroyed. We get so many situations where it looks like we might just be able to get through. You know, just need the luck one more time. And the game is like, no. No, I refuse to allow you to do this. You know, like, you get all these spots where it's like you've got the range, you just need the hit. And the game just... Paris, he's just like, no. I refuse to allow you to make progress. Okay, we need tackle. Okay. Oh, and we needed a miss. Come on. Come on, game. Give me what I want just one time. I've only been here a few hundred times. You know, eventually RNG has to go in our favor, right? We got a Gen 1 miss there. On the coughing, unless I misread that. Maybe he missed and I just read that, but I saw a miss after the fact, so I'm pretty sure we Gen 1 missed. You know, just to add insult to injury, you know. Okay, we're on full health here. And we get a tackle and we couldn't do anything, and then Smog just destroys us. Oh my god. Okay. And Smog just destroys us yet again, because we can do nothing there. Just cannot get any luck. Get 3 smog misses in a row. He's confused. Oh, we finally get through. He missed 4 smogs in a row. Oh my god. We are on, what is that? 367 resets to beat the super nerd. Oh, that's stupid. Oh my god. Oh, I don't have wild Pokemon turned off. Sorry about that. While I was dealing with my hard drive being full, I had to restart everything and I never turned off the wild Pokemon, so rip for that. But here we go. We have now healed up. We're going to go back down to Jesse and James. We're going to need just the stupidest luck possible to get through this fight. I don't think it's worth using a rare candy here because we should just level up on the Ekans, I think. And Ekans has lower specials, so maybe we'll just one-shot it. And then we need Growl from Meowth, and we need to whittle it down. And then we need stupid luck again on a coughing. So here we go. Round 2 of hating my life. And it's not a one-hit KO. And we can get wrapped. Oh my god. So we do level up on Ekans, so a critical hit here will clearly just one-shot though. And maybe 2 Leers is the way to go, or to get a wrap miss is the way to go. Oh, that is already game over when we get poisoned, because we are not going to win. Got a nice wrap miss there. But Wrap is hitting now. There's nothing we can do. If Wrap decides to just hit every single time, we also lose. So we need Leer and or... Oh, we got the Stun Spore, but then we get poisoned. So we need the Wrap Miss or we need Leer. And then we need to land the Psybeam plus 1 more hit. Because Poison Sting is way too strong. We're getting wrecked if we get Poison Sting. Guarantee it. Like, the ideal run is a Wrap Miss followed by a critical hit. Psybeam. Very unlikely, but if we ever get it, we'll get through this Ekans in 1 hit. Oh, a Leer Miss. That's fine too. So we're on full health to Meowth. Okay. We Psybeam it down. We got a Smog Miss, and then we couldn't hit, and we get wrecked. But yeah, we have to keep in mind that there's a 25% chance that Leer just misses. And there is, what, a 15% chance that Wrap misses. But that's it. That's how we get through this. I think we're just done there. Cannot get through once we get poisoned. No way. We won't do enough damage to anything. If we ever get the critical hit to just one-shot the Ekans, that is the ideal, of course. The ideal is like a Wrap or Leer Miss followed by a critical hit that one-shots the Ekans. And then we get the chance to go at Mew, or at Meowth rather. Sorry, Mew. We get the chance to fight Mew. Oh, and we get poisoned, so that's a reset. Poison Sting has a 1 in 5 chance to poison, so yeah, it basically ends the run. I think anytime we get Poison Sting, we just reset, unless we get the instant one-hit KO with a critical hit from Psybeam. Then maybe we try to continue. Okay. We get wrecked by Meowth though. Yeah, can't get through there. Got really good luck with misses there and just could not land a hit. Poisoned, just game over. It's not like we're gonna survive a lot more if we just, you know, get a single level. So the rare candy isn't really doing that much here, my personal opinion. We get poisoned, so that's a reset anyway. And the Poison Sting. So we just give up there. Okay, he's confused. Yes. Okay, we take Ekans down with full health. We did get one Leer. That's fine though. But we get wrecked by a critical hit from Meowth. Meowth is going to get a lot of crits. We need the growls when we get there. We just get leered like crazy and then poison stung down there. This all revolves around odds, basically. We know that when we're on very low health, right at the beginning, that we're very likely to lose. We know that when we get to low health on the first Pokemon, we're very likely to lose. So those are spots where I think I just have to reset. Just understanding the odds, right? It's better than fighting it all out, because we just get to lose points more quickly and get through this, in theory, faster. Okay. We got a Gen 1 miss with Psybeam there. Okay, we're 2 coughing. We just need the miss there. But yeah, I mean, we're basically just playing odds here. Okay, got confused. That's why I'm continuing. Growl, growl, growl. Okay. Smog missed. Oh, we stun spored it. Fully paralyzed. No, no, come on. Oh, there we go. Oh my god. Oh my god. We got through, Jesse and James. Finally. Finally. We get a level up to level 17 too. Oh my god. We're on 407 resets to get through Mount Moon. Oh, it's terrible, guys. Like, you thought double team strats were bad? This is bad, bad. Oh my god. Okay, so now we're gonna come over here and get completely wrecked by this Goldeen, but I think we need to try to get through Misty's gym if we can. If there's just any possible way of getting through this, this is what we have to do, because obedience is the key here. hit ourselves in confusion. Like, we need just tail whip. Peck does not one-shot us, fortunately, but we need some serious luck here. Oops, sorry, Peck does not one-shot. I can keep going on this, because... Okay, we land one hit there. Psybeam. Okay, we stun spored. It's confused and paralyzed. Okay, hits itself in confusion. Tail whip. Ah, we get the Peck. That was so close to knocking that Goldeen out too. Okay, so maybe stun spore first and then go for the luck. Come on. Like, this is gonna take tons of attempts, obviously, but... Okay, we got the stun spore there, which is good, but then we couldn't survive the Peck. But I mean, if this is this bad, I mean, rival number 2 with his team is going to completely destroy us. That's why this is the better route, even though we're not going to be great here, is because we need to just go for the luck to try to get through Misty so that we get Obedience. Obedience is, I think, the only way that we're possibly going to get through Rival 2. That fight's going to be so terrible. Okay, we get wrecked. Sorry. Okay, just get destroyed here. Come on, stun sport. Stun sport. Okay. We now outspeed. We're confused, but now it's confused. Okay, yes, hit yourself in confusion. There we go. We finally get through on 422 resets. Oh, this is ridiculous. Okay, Misty time. This is the only strat, I think, is to fight Misty. We don't have anything good against Starmie. We're just hoping for like crazy amounts of Harden. Hopefully paralysis. Maybe we confuse it. Staryu we should be able to get through as long as we can just paralyze it. But yeah, I mean, we clearly need the paralysis on Staryu. She X defends there. We get the miss. Like, ideally against Staryu, we're going to paralyze it, then confuse it, and then just have it not be able to do a lot against us, hopefully. Oh, I didn't even go for the paralysis. Rip. Stun Spore missed. Come on. Like, paralysis with confusion does make it less than 50% that your opponent will attack you in a given turn. But this is clearly going to take just stupid luck. I just think it's higher odds than getting through Rival 2 is the entire point. We will level up here on Staryu too. Just get wrecked there though. Okay. Okay, we finally got to Starmie. Stun Spore missed. Just couldn't get the luck there. Starmie has a 50% chance to go for Harden, which is why I think we at least have a chance here. Whereas Spearow on Rival 2's team is going to wreck us, and then everything after that's going to wreck us too, so... And the other advantage of fighting Misty is just to go for the obedience, right? Okay, not working. So let's pop out here and just test against Rival 2. He's got 4 Pokemon though, and we have pretty bad defense. So, and very bad speed, so I don't think we get through this. Otherwise, the next part of the strat is to go for the rare candies. Okay, we've paralyzed this one, but Peck destroys us. We cannot get Peck. That's just plain and simple. We cannot get Peck. Peck destroys us in this one. The 1.5 times stab bonus for Spearow is way too much. And I mean, even Fury Attack is the same type move for Spearow, so it's going to do a lot of damage. Okay, we get a couple growls, which is fine. Leer is also technically fine. But man, we just need obedience. Come on. You just have to do what we're asking you to do one time. One time, Paris. Just follow orders one time. Trying to get you through this fight, buddy. Trying to keep you from getting knocked out. You just refuse. I mean, why is it that a Pokemon would prefer to get knocked out rather than to follow orders? Somebody enlighten me. You know, like, clearly not attacking and getting attacked means that they get wrecked. So why? Why would they do that? You know, why wouldn't they at least just attack randomly? Like, I could understand that. Your Pokemon is basically a wild Pokemon at this point. It just does everything completely randomly. Oh my god, we had Spearow so low and we just could not land a single hit. But seriously, why isn't that the case? Why does it have to be worse than wild? I mean, that just makes no sense to me. Because a wild Pokemon knows it's being attacked and behaves accordingly, right? But disobedient Pokemon are just like, nope. Just things that make no sense in Pokemon. Okay, we've paralyzed this Sandshrew, but we could not get through it. And the whole issue here is that this isn't technically impossible by any means, because I mean, Spearo's 50% to just use status moves on us, right? Technically, all of these Pokemon in Rival 2's team have status moves: Leer, Growl, Sand Attack, etc. Which means they don't necessarily have to do any damage to us whatsoever. We could get a run where, like in theory, a run exists out there in the RNG universe where you beat Rival 2 without ever taking a single point of damage. But it's just incredibly unlikely that that will ever happen. You know, we're talking 1 in millions. Millions and millions of attempts, especially when you add in the disobedience. But it's technically possible to get through this fight with 0 damage. Because he could just go Leer, Growl, Sand Attack, Tail Whip, and eventually you get the luck. Okay, so here we're going to add rare candies. I think this is the only possible play. We're going to start off on Misty with the rare candies now. We're 2 levels higher. Maybe it affects things, maybe it doesn't. We take less damage here from Tackle. That's the first thing that I notice. We should do slightly more damage with our attacks, but the disobedience is still the main factor here. We just can't land any hits, is the issue. Come on, come on, come on. Like, even at the lower level, we got to Starmie once, so we know we can get to Starmie with enough luck. It's just about getting enough luck. So clearly, I mean, paralysis is a key here. Confusion is probably part of the winning run too, if I had to guess. But really, we need the obedience turn 1 with the accuracy to paralyze. Then, I think we need to just get really, really good luck with our Psybeams after that. I'm resetting there because we're probably not getting through. Okay, we get through still in orange health. And then we really need to paralyze that Starmie. Okay, we take that one down. We're still in orange health. And we just cannot land any hits there on Starmie. Sorry, I think I have to reset there just because of low health. Okay, we're to Starmie on green health this time. And we get a critical hit. Are you kidding me? And here, I mean, Psybeam does very little damage, but the reason we want to use Psybeam on Starmie is number 1, because it can use Harden, which will increase its defense. But number 2 is because we could potentially confuse it, which will allow us to do more. Well, when it hits itself in confusion, it will probably do more damage than we're doing. but Harden will reduce the damage that it does to itself. Plus the X defend. Yeah, I think we just reset there. But I mean, we got 2 Starmie on green health one time, so it's clearly possible. But I am now resetting anytime that we don't do something against this Staryu turn 1. There we confused it. We're all the way down to 1 HP, so yeah, we get wrecked. Yeah, not what we're looking for. We go to sleep, come on. Okay, get wrecked there. This is another spot where I honestly think if we had obedience, it wouldn't be so bad. Because we'd, you know, sure we'd have resets here, but I think we'd get through this Staryu much more consistently. And then we'd just be waiting for the luck on the Starmie. But here we need so many things to go well. So we get the paralysis turn 1, so that is good. Now we're just trying to land hits and not getting them. So, you know, like paralysis is all good and all, but not that great when we can't even land the paralysis when we do obey. So we get wrecked there. I mean, I think we're approximately 50% to disobey on any given turn. So, like, we're probably just not getting through this because it's basically like our opponents all have double team set up. Basically, is what it's really like. It's like double team plus the chance that we accidentally go to sleep plus the chance that we hit ourselves in confusion randomly. Like, that's how bad disobedience is, basically. You know, or if you want to think of it a different way, it's like having permanent sand attack on your opponent or on your Pokemon setup. And then also not being able to use the best moves. Okay, we've gotten back to Starmie. We paralyze it. We need to actually land hits on Starmie, though. We napped there. I think that's already GG there. Okay. Okay, got the turn 1 there. Okay, we're back to Starmie here. She X defends, and we get a critical hit tackle. That's the other thing. Starmie's going to get a lot of critical hits, so got the turn 1 tackle miss. That was good. Come on. Even with the turn 1 tackle miss and the turn 2 paralysis, we get knocked out by Staryu. Okay, we do have Staryu hitting itself in confusion, but then we went to sleep, you jerk. Come on. Paris, stop being a jerk. Okay, we got 2 misses in a row from Staryu there. That's ridiculous. That is stupid lucky. Okay, so we're back to Starmie. We survive a tackle turn 1. Get to paralysis, but do not get anything turn 2. Okay. More attempts, more tries, guys. That's all we can do. We're just not getting the paralysis there, though. But yeah, so here the ideal run really looks like this. So she doesn't hit us turn 1. Maybe she misses, maybe she uses an X defend. We paralyze her, then we confuse her the very next turn with Psybeam. And then she's less than 50% to attack us, so here she got confused, that's good. We missed with Stun Spore. Okay. We finally get through, but now a single hit will knock us out from Starmie. But so then here against Starmie, we need to hit, and we need to... Like, we got so many turns of not getting hit by Starmie there, and we couldn't do anything. But basically on both Pokemon, that's what we're aiming for, is paralysis followed by confusion. There we go. Yes. Yes. Hit yourself. Yes. Okay, we get through on very high health here. Oops. Misclick. Stun Spore doesn't affect Starmie on that one. No. You jerk. And we just cannot land a hit there on Starmie. There are just so many things that have to go perfectly here. And this is just to get through 2 Pokemon that aren't even going to use their strongest moves against us. You know, like that's the real thing. So they're not even going all out. And we've gotten to Starmie with very close to full HP and still lost. Now this would obviously eventually be possible with enough potions. Okay, Staryu is confused. Oh, it snapped out of confusion. No, come on. Ah, Paris, you jerk. So I'm going to give this a couple more attempts, and then I'm going to try Rival 2 again. And then if it's really not looking like it's going, then I may have to cut this off for today and just try again a different day, because this is too frustrating. We're already over 500 resets in this one. And it's taken longer to beat just to get here than it took to beat the entire game last time. So I think this becomes one where we say, like, can Paris beat the game on Minimum Battles? Technically, yes. Technically, this fight's gonna go eventually, but in practice, no. No, it does not. I do not think. We're gonna try Rival 2 just to see. Okay, Psybeam did decent. We actually survived a peck there. So, get through the Spearow, but yeah, we need to try this again. I think the turn 1 peck is not working for us. Here it clearly takes a lot of turns to get through this one. Okay, we are getting wrecked there. Okay, there we got the paralysis on this one. We're getting growled at, but that's fine. Come on, actually hit with something, you jerk. There we got one shot by Peck. So clearly Peck still has a range on us. There we just can't land anything. God. Of course, we go to sleep. Like, we have never gotten further than Sandshrew, and Sandshrew's always just knocked us out in one hit. And I mean, otherwise it can go Sand Attack, which is also not great. So and we're still one level away from getting Leech Life, which would give us theoretically another way to get through fights by having an additional attacking move that can heal in battle. So okay, we confused it. Oh, we're 2 Sandshrew on full health. And now we're getting Sand Attacked into Oblivion. Oh, I shouldn't have reset there, but I was on low health. I'm probably not winning that. But man, we get all the way there on full health, and then we just get terrible luck. Alright guys, so here at 2 hours, 43 minutes, about 50 seconds, I'm cutting this one off. I'm cutting it off because we're already up to 532 resets. We have not beaten the second gym. We have not beaten Rival 2. Like, I've had runs where I've gone up to like 700 resets, right? But typically, with the exception of Vulpix, just to show just the sheer impossibility of it, typically, what I've done with that is I've reset in these sections, but I was usually like when I was on the Golbat one where I reset until I got all the way to a score of 0, I was already on Rival 6 in that one. I wasn't here on the first 2 gyms. And if we're already sub 50 on the first 2 gyms, it just really doesn't make sense to continue, because even if it is possible, it's so terrible that we just really shouldn't even progress. So I'm cutting this off right here. Does this Pokemon beat the game on Minimum Battles even with a trade back move from Gen 2? No, it does not. The only way that we would ever get this Pokemon through this section would be to take a Paris, trade it to another cartridge, teach it all of its best moves, then trade it back to its original cartridge. Then we could definitely get through on Minimum Battles, but it would just be terrible to do that. Like, that's not the way I run. Basically any Pokemon, other than the Pokemon that don't learn TMs, that would be possible, right? So, like, if we logically... Let's just see here. Pull up my window here. Right, like, we don't even need to use Gen 2 in that case. You know, obviously Synthesis isn't a move. But just, you know, what does it learn in Gen 2? It's pretty much the same, I think. As far as moves, it can learn Flash in Gen 2, I guess, but in Gen 1, right? We could have one of these where we start with Scratch at level 1, and then we just, you know, trade it to another cartridge and we give it Mega Drain and Dig and Swords Dance, you know, replace Scratch with Body Slam, and then we probably do get through the game on Minimum Battles. But that's true for most Pokemon, right? If we were in the situation of, let's think of an even worse Pokemon. Let's think of Zubat, right? Like, let's just imagine that we wanted to do a Minimum Battles run with Zubat, right? So here we'll do that. Let's pop down here. Let's find its moveset. There we go. Learn set. Let's go all the way back to Gen 1. Look at that. Gen 8 Absorb. It probably beats Brock. But going back to Gen 1, it would start with a Leech Life, of course. Not a great move. Obviously, we couldn't have any of these moves at level 5, but what could we teach Zubat? Well, we could teach Zubat Mega Drain at the beginning of the game. It doesn't get a ton of other good moves, so we'd probably teach it Toxic and probably teach it Double Team. So its moveset, if we were just, you know, going ham on TMs, you know, if we considered like trading a Pokemon with TMs back, or like trading our Pokemon just after Brock to another cartridge, teaching it all the TMs and trading it back, which you could do. I mean, you could totally just missing no glitch in infinite TMs. It's what I did as a kid. I had one save that was entirely just missing no glitch, so that I would have infinite rare candies, infinite PvP ups, infinite vitamins, infinite TMs. And that used to be how I rolled as a kid, because I was just trying to make Pokemon Stadium teams. But if you did that, right, like, we would be able to definitely beat Brock, beat Misty. We'd be able to beat the whole game on Minimum Battles, I think, with a Zubat. But it would be because we taught it Double Team, we taught it Mega Drain, we taught it Toxic, and then we have Leech Life, and as we leveled up, we'd probably even get to the point where we'd forget Leech Life, go for something like Confuse Ray. You know what, Wing Attack would be our strongest stab move. Bite would be good as we went through the run. But I mean, you know, Bite and Swift are the same power. You know, otherwise, Takedown, Double Edge, Razor Wind sucks. We'd never use Razor Wind. Otherwise, we might end up with Mimic, you know. But that's the type of stuff that we could do, certainly, and make these Pokemon capable of beating the game on Minimum Battles. I'm interested in the ones that beat the game on Minimum Battles playing the game legitimately or with just something like a Gen 2 tradeback move. You know, Gen 2, what would we get? Nothing too exciting there. We could learn Gust. Oh, Zubat with Gust. Zubat with Quick Attack. Oh my god. We found a legendary Zubat. Gust is Quick Attack Zubat. But I mean, otherwise, doesn't really get anything too exciting other than what I just said. So, yeah. That is the situation there, guys, where, yeah. So I'm going to cut this off right here, and we are declaring that at least without trading back a bunch of TMs, that Paris does not beat Pokemon Yellow on Minimum Battles. Now, one thing that I am actually very interested in is, what about the Gen 3 learn set? Like, if Razador were to do a Gen 3 run with this, he'd still start with Scratch. He'd get Leech Life at a lower level. He'd get Giga Drain. But what else would he be able to get? By breeding. Still be able to get Psybeam, Screech, Sweet Scent, okay. But then there are tons of move tutors in Gen 3, so he'd be able to get a Body Slam move tutor. He'd be able to get Fury Cutter. He'd be able to get Sword Stance via move tutor. Like, Gen 3 gives so many move tutor moves. A lot of them in Emerald, mind you, but still tons and tons of move tutors. And then special moves from Pokemon XD. You could get some different moves here. Oh man. But yeah, this one basically impossible in Minimum Battles here. So that's the answer. That's what I'm going with. Anyway, guys, hope you enjoyed. I will catch you guys in the next one. Later.